after last week's debacle, this is feeling very dramatic, but Scott came over last night and we redid that big panel, and it went really, really well. And so I'm pretty confident going in here that taking the oven apart and turning the vacuum off, we're going to have a really nice piece. My name is Matt. Follow along as I turn Duracell, the legendary ocean racing sailboat, into a comfortable cruising home.
How's it look?
It looks perfect. It looks exactly how it should. And it's hard, and I'm excited. It's like opening a Christmas present, taking apart a big vacuum bag project.
High five, honey. So what are you doing, Matt?
I'm taking apart this bag. This is like the cool part, because I will actually get to see what how the lamination looks once I get the bag off. And then this stuff is called breather, which is what absorbs the resin, and it also helps air move out of the, like, flow through the part.
Look at that perfection. So smooth.
Well, you can see now why, like, doing it this way, it gets it so flat. It's not perfectly flat, but it gets it so flat that this will be really easy to paint fair and paint.
What did you do differently this time?
So I did a lot of things differently, but the biggest things were, first I built this melamine panel that I could vacuum bag to. Previously, I tried to vacuum bag it just to the part itself, and that was unwise. The second thing was, another big thing was that Scott came to help. It takes so long to wet out this whole thing, that having somebody there to mix and help roll out the fiberglass was huge. And the other thing was I used slow curing resin as opposed to medium curing, like medium speed resin. So it gave us more open time to get it done. That day my mom came over to give me a hand to get it cleaned up. We scored it while it was in the garage, and then she and I carried it up to the boat so we could fit it to the doghouse.
The doghouse roof is on, and there was no horrible cracking sound.
Whoa.
So what did you do differently?
We broke it before we put it on.
That does not sound very professional. Isn't there like a boaty term for that?
Yeah, we put these long scores in it down the middle. And so, and we might have to put more in, but we're just kind of seeing what we need to do as we go along here.
What Matt is doing right now is perforating, and because the starboard side is a little stuck, so he's just loosening it so that it bends over.
We squared up the roof piece over the doghouse and got it fastened down the center. and quickly found out that it was pretty easy to just bend the whole thing down over the rest of the doghouse. And we fastened it down from the top, and later I will fasten it from underneath to the stringers. So I built it to slope forward so that rain will flow forward off of the doghouse as opposed to draining off into the cockpit. One of the other reasons that it slopes forward is that it's such a big area that it will be great for catching rain. And so we'll have a couple drains probably up in this area where water can flow down into the boat and get filtered into the tanks. So be a big water catchment system.
How are you feeling about how it turned out?
Awesome. Feel really, really good about it.
Please consider liking this video and subscribing to our channel.
So I'm laminating the other side of the traveler bulkhead. These first laminations are just to kind of give the bulkhead some extra stiffness and to like get a base layer to build on top of for the rest of the laminations, because since the traveler is on top of it, this has to be a really, really, really strong piece. And so as I build everything out, you'll see is exactly how it's going to be constructed. But right now, I'm just putting one layer of the 1708 biax on it, and I'm vacuum bagging it to the table. Well, I'm vacuum bagging the fiberglass onto the foam, but I'm using the table as my to keep it flat, basically. So I just swept it with epoxy, and now I'm gonna start laying up the glass. It's not confusing, it's just like that's it. And
But
spray adhesive. That was the fun part.
So why do you have to work so quickly?
I guess I don't. I just do.
I thought there was a reason you're
Well,
flitting around.
I mean, I'm using slow cure epoxy. And so there really isn't a reason I need to be like going really fast. I don't know. I'm used to it or something. I don't know.
I feel like now it's a good time to tell our viewers who your spirit animal mascot is for the Duracell project.
This is not my idea.
Matt has a deep love and fascination for hummingbirds. And there's a hummingbird who visits him in his shop here and hangs out in the rafters up there sometimes. And during a cold spell, Matt set up a little warming station for his hummingbird friend. What was his name?
Humphrey?
Oh, Humphrey. That's right. And sometimes I think Matt's like a hummingbird. What are you doing, Matt?
Listening for leaks.
Even I can tell that's a beautiful vacuum bag job.
Can you?
I can. It's obvious.
Is it?
It's beautiful.
Isn't it cool?
We have 5 new Patreons to thank this week.
Yeah, if you are interested in joining our Patreon community, you can look us up at the Duracell Project on patreon.com. So without further ado, we'd like to thank Chip, who is a lifelong sailor and has his own boat restoration projects going on.
Thank you so much, Lloyd, who is in Montana and enjoys boating on a nearby lake and likes following sailboat racing.
And to Ryan, who we want to wish good luck doing the Pack Cup this coming summer.
Thank you so much, Larry, who is a lifelong sailor and windsurfer.
And Gavin from Scotland, who is a sailboat racer and veteran of the Fastnet.
Thank you so much, guys. We really appreciate it. I also want to give a shout out to our new friends, Sailing NV. We'll link to their channel below. And, you know, one of the really cool and surprising things about this YouTube adventure is we're meeting amazing people from all around the planet who are doing crazy boat projects like us. And Sailing Envy, they are refitting a race boat. It's a somewhat similar project to ours. So check out their channel. And thank you so much, guys. We'll see you next week.
Thank you very much.